Happy Tuesday, and we're back with it. Do you care about yourself, kid? Yes. Oh man, I ain't gonna front.
Yes, sir.
Last week's episode was so deep. Opening, like. Oh man, I hope today be a floodgate with a lot of socialness and performance today. So with today's episode, as far as the topic, we kind of just said it a little backwards. The social performance, right? Yes. So there's a quote in here, and before I actually start off any further, let's give a hearty shout out to my co-host Ronald Jr. Hey. So for those that do remember my brother to my left, this is a man that wear a lot of hats. You know, he might not be no hair up there, but he got a lot of hats. Yeah. But as always, he's a performer himself. He's a social person himself. He has many characteristics to him. And you don't mind reading us the quote for today?
Yes. The quote today is, "Everything that is hidden will be revealed." Luke 8:17.
I ain't trying to get too spiritual. That's a lot of mean. That's some juice. What about that?
I mean, it's saying that I can put it like this, and we go, "What is done in the dark shall
come to the light." Come to the light. Come to the light. Does that include like our skills, our gifts that we don't or do know we have?
Yes, everything above, I say.
Dang. How many of y'all are diving into that? Searching into that, your skills, your crafts, your abilities, the things you have yet to reveal to even yourself and others around you.
Come on now.
Ooh, that's deep.
Real deep.
So deep, I want to just jump right in with the audience into the first question. You don't mind?
Go ahead.
All right. How much of your personality is just a reaction to what you think people want to see?
Well, for me, I would say there was at a time, and I was at a time in my life not too long ago, where that was me. Like, I was so worried about what people thought when they looked at me from the outside, because my inside didn't match my outside. Because I tried to dress it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was Macy's on the outside, but thrift store on the inside. And I thought I was fooling people, you know what I mean? But it's like, for me, the more I tried to dress it up, the worse I looked. And it took me a long time to figure that out. But once I did, my life began to change. I started focusing on the inside, and I didn't have to worry about the outside because my inside shone through. And that's how I look at it.
Okay. Most people ain't gonna say, they would, but most people ain't gonna say it from that perspective. And I'm grateful for that. You took the courage to step outside yourself for us to look inside you from that viewpoint. Anyone else? Oh, we got one more.
I just wanted to chime in, and no disrespect, but for me it was like totally the opposite. The isolated life, you tend to stay within self. So my problem was that I focused too much on the inside and wasn't trying to, I let the outside be whatever it was. I never really paid attention, so to speak. You know what I mean? And even though it was like I got veered into a lot of derogative things. I got veered into a lot of distortion. But on the inside of me, I wasn't so distorted. You know what I mean? And it took me, just like it took years to switch it for you, it took years for me to switch it the other way. Like now, I'm learning that the outside does have more significance than I gave it when I was, living in my own little world. You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. This is a perfect topic that I'm saying it allows me to look back at how I just wasn't paying enough attention.
Basically, people was taking advantage of your innocence.
But see, they even when they did, it didn't matter because I was me on the inside, and I'm still like that today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't put on mask. You know what I'm saying? It's take me or leave me.
You trying to please and not faking who you are.
I'm meeting a image effort. You know what I mean? That's what grew. I'm meeting an image effort. Everything else can be whatever it need to be. I'm gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm not like that now because coming here I'm realizing like if you're not dealing with the outside, you're not living life. I wasn't living life. I was I don't know. I was on an island of isolation, and I thank God that I'm not on that island of isolation anymore.
That's right. Ronald and I can speak for Jasper a lot, especially me working in the office with him. He has, like he's explaining it. It's sometimes it's easy to just go through it and not know the words to give, especially once you recognize it. Like we all go through the haps of seeing what we want to do, knowing what we want to do, but how many of us actually spend the time in studying how to do it? Or are we looking for somebody to do it for us? Are we looking for somebody to give us the scoop on how to do it, but still not apply the information given?
It's different.
And that's where Jasper caught himself. He realized, I got a lot of information. In fact, not even just a lot. I got a wealth of information. And I need to utilize this. And now he's utilizing it. And that's like for anyone. You could be scared for the first time stepping out to take care of your own bills for the first time. Buying your own clothes. Just making your own decisions. Some people have never saw that as a self thing, something I have to do for myself.
Yep.
And like what you gotta say on that?
Yeah, because like Jasper said, I agree because you have people that's looking to destroy your self-confidence, and tear you down. But like I don't care. If you surround yourself like people like Miss Lois and no disrespect, seasonal folks that really been through it and tell you because y'all know. Look at my grill. I don't care. I don't care how this looks. What comes out this mouth is something pure and refreshing because God has a word for me, just like everybody else. So I don't care if I don't, all this and that or how I look like that. I don't worry about that. Because what that person eat don't make me crap.
Yes.
That's how I look at it. The second question. When was the last time you said yes when your soul was screaming no?
Ooh, can I take that one for y'all first before y'all jumping in? Y'all know we telling the truth in here, right? Tell the truth, shame the devil. And I mean that I'm not saying the devil in which we articulate in our heads externally or the one that we believe in religiously. I'm speaking of the devil in ourselves. The devil that chooses to hide the truth of what we need to let out. Because when we hold these things into ourselves, it eats us. So as for the question, a time when my soul was screaming no, but I did the opposite. Like I said, I'm telling the truth. Hey, I was in a low space in my life, and I was just like, I was 22, and got a hold of some money, trying to sell drugs and all this other stuff, and I saw a customer, and I was like, we talking. I had my own way of I do deals and cut it half. and I decided to solicitate a situation with a customer. Turned out a part of me was saying, don't do this, sign off, easy. Oh, and I wasn't listening to myself because there was certain things that I was not doing and certain things I was not focusing on at that time because I was just trying to get some money. Like everybody else getting in that. But just misleading myself off of the things that was important that I should have been focusing on. So I did what I did with this customer, and it was oral interactions. I didn't do none of the oral, but it turned out the customer was not the type of customer I had thought the customer was. That's why I'm saying something was saying no. No. And I'm not ashamed to even say this on this because I'd rather tell the truth because of that avenue of being out there in the streets trying to sell drugs, make money, trying to get a quick hustle, trying to keep some customers by making little quick deals. Had me in a space of judging myself, doubting myself, especially after finding out. Like, I ain't the only man, and I know I'm just not the only one not afraid to tell the truth. Yo, being out there in the streets, man, I have your mind in the wrong place.
That's right.
The wrong place. I don't care who you are, how strong you mentally may say you are. If you put yourself in a predicament where you're trying to put $1 over your soul, you will lose. You will most definitely lose. And you will lose so horrifically, right? You will lose so horrifically that when the damage is done, there's only one thing you have to do, and that is heal, my brother. You find healing. You find strong men to help you around that situation. You like, look, bro, we all make mistakes, but some of us ain't make those mistakes. But, you know, I can laugh about it now because I dang sure couldn't then. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, I'd rather tell the truth because part of me was screaming so loud, I just was not listening. All because I was deprived of certain things, and it was one of those things. So don't do this to yourselves, brother. You're better than that.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
You was all right.
I was 22. Leave me alone. I'm 36 now.
Some men will take that to their grave, but
I ain't one of them.
You got your release. You know, I gave you that when you're released, and yeah, right, that part. You said twice.
Who said twice? When?
Oh.
Mark.
What?
No.
Huh?
One time, right?
That was one time.
A long time ago.
I was 22.
That just went over their heads. Don't even worry. Keep it pushing.
I'm man enough to still be somebody.
I'm sure one of y'all did something.
I give you props, Easy. Sharing that. And every man would not share something like that. But it's all right. We listen and we don't judge.
That's right.
That's right.
But we judge when we get home.
Answer the question.
Next question.
Yeah, next question. Yeah, what is the question?
The question was, when was the last time you said yes when your soul was screaming no?
That's that
Well,
question.
he answered it. He didn't get nobody
No,
chance to
number
answer.
3.
Oh, y'all just moving off.
Can I just
Yo, everybody pay attention.
somebody
I'll answer. I can answer for that number 2.
I want to say something.
I can't see him on the camera.
There we go. Yeah, I've been in similar situations, where my mind was telling me, yeah, you might as well, you should do this. But my soul was saying no. Just like, I'll just say, one particular day, I was in my dark and dismal, and I needed to make a move. You know what I mean? To get what I needed to get. You know, and I reluctantly committed a crime. I'm not going to be specific, but we'll just say if I would have got a quote for this crime, I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for all intents and purposes, I got away with it. You know, on the street, but in my soul, I mean, today, I'm still kind of tortured about it. You know, and that's why I try to make amends with the things that I'm doing today.
Yeah.
You know, like being a part of Tier 1 recovery. You know, because and like it still tortures my soul a little, but like I was told that we're not responsible for what we do when we use it. You know, and I believe that to a certain extent, but you know, and some things you can't make direct amends on because it'll cause more harm than good. You know, so yeah, I mean, I can concur with you when you say you did something that you thought you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
But you knew you shouldn't have done. You know, when your mind was saying, oh yeah, come on, let's get it out the way. It ain't about nothing. But your soul is saying, you're gonna regret that. You know, and yeah, I wanna commend you on your honesty, really, because like you said, not a lot of people would admit to something like that. But when you free on the inside and you realize like it was a mistake, it's not like you sort out that, you know what I mean? Oh, that's what I want. Nah, you know, I understand that. You know, yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Real quick, and I just wanted to chime in.
Make sure it's real quick.
I don't even know how, like, a lot more hands should be up on this question, especially for me. I mean, cause like my drug problem was, you know, this brings me to the heart of my drug problem. Like I kept going when I knew I didn't want to. That's the control that this substance has on so many people. You know what I'm saying? Like I had zero business on this substance. The discipline that I had before getting on it went out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I had no moral sense at all because of this substance with no arms, no legs, but controlling the very essence of my destiny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my soul was saying no, but it was on and blazing.
So what did that relief felt like when you found yourself saying in agreement with that no and sticking to it?
Oh man, a whole new world. The world that I was supposed to have without it. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, I fell into that world without giving it a thought. Like I didn't have a chance to say no to it, and it consumed me. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally got to my cognitive no versus my non-cognitive yeah, you know, my entire world just changed. You know what I'm saying? And I owe it all to NA really, because them 12 steps can walk you out of anything. It's like if I paid attention, since when I started paying attention and studying and doing the things that I needed to do, you know, I slowly came out of the quicksand that I found myself in at 17. You know what I mean? 17, I got sideswiped by this severe substance that the summer before my senior year of school, I got sideswiped by this severe substance that left me strange. In my own house, in my own neighborhood, in my own
Mind.
Yeah, basically. You know what I'm saying? So when I was finally able to get that no together and act on it and like my life is growing in that direction, amen and hallelujah, brothers and sisters.
One thing I got to say, because I hear people saying, my soul wanted to know, your mind wanted this. It's mine. Your mind wanted this. Your soul didn't want it. Your mind wanted it. You kept thinking that you wanted it and you wanted it. You went with what your mind was thinking. Your soul was telling you a whole different thing, but sometimes your mind thinks over matter. So if you don't mind, if your mind didn't matter, that's what happens.
I want to say one thing. Y'all can head clap for Mr. Dillon. That I agree with Jasper, and it's like R. Kelly said. My mind was telling me no, but my body was telling me yes. And that pain, that pain that was in the knees, feeling like the bugs crawling through, and that's where it comes in. That you think you need it, and you go chasing after it.
Yeah.
You know, it was a hard thing to do, and today, I thank God. I don't know if anybody would thank God that they had a seizure, because I had a seizure. That's why I'm blaming for that. Having that seizure, you know, I'm responsible for 2 days, and I thank God that I had that seizure.
That's right.
Because I'm not who I used to be.
Last question.
I thank my life for that day. Very
Just
much.
reset that.
Well, you know, people with certain character defects like myself, with people pleasing, we usually, when we're people pleasing, say yes just to make somebody else happy, but we really say no. And you know when it really affects you is when somebody asks you for something that you need, and then you give it to them, and then now you going through the thing of without, and then you want to pray, but God gave it to you already. So what happens is that after feeling bad or after being denied, you deny yourself of the things that God had already gave you and you gave it to somebody else. After you beat yourself off so many times, you stop doing it. But I think the need for being accepted sometimes outweigh the need of trying to take care of self. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make other people like us that we do stupid stuff just to get them to like us. And then a little later on, we start hating ourselves because of the things that we did for other people. Especially when, you know, we do something for somebody and looking for something in return, and you don't get that return, that's when you really feel bad. I shouldn't have did it. But that goes all the way back from the beginning. What's your reason for doing it? What's your reason for saying yeah when you really want to say no? You know, and the thing of it is like it's always opportunities like that to present ourselves, even to the point when we're going against our morals. And our morals and value is, especially as a man, when, you know, somebody comes up to us and they want to give us something, you know what I'm saying, free.
I'm gonna take
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take it.
Say
But
less.
sometimes taking it have a price. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We saying yes, but you know what, spiritually,
No.
we dying inside. So, I just have to be careful myself when I'm saying yes, when, you know, not just my body saying no, but my spirit and everything else. And you know what's funny? A lot of times we know the answer and we know the results. And we
Still do it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's insanity. Thank you.
And you know, that's probably what got me in my, I wanted like to chime in a little bit on what I said earlier. Not adding anything more than just what I'm about to say is like, part of me was saying, no, stop selling drugs, stop doing this. Like, even my mom was like, I need you to just stop before something happened. And my mother said that to me 3 times. And each time she said it, I did stop, put everything away. And when I did, there was a knock at the door. And no, that knock was not a regular person. Each time was exactly who she feared that I would have gotten in trouble for. And that first feeling, that gut feeling, listen to it. Listen to it. When you get a warning from somebody and you know you doing something. You ain't gotta tell nobody. Nobody knows what you're doing. But somebody gives you information that details to what you know you're doing. Stop. It was not by coincidence. Everything is by design.
Yes, you're right about that. Especially when you get when you driving and you get that gut feeling. All you gotta do is just look up to the hills and he will show you that golden arch of McDonald's. And you get that urge and that feeling.
Don't do it.
No.
No.
Yeah, no, because like you said, because Mr. Bobby's right. And you know, by you people pleasing and everything and you looking for something in return, like you said, you're gonna start stressing yourself out. And that's no good. And that's why, me, I just stay in my lane and mind my own business and do what I have to do. Because you have people that try to be in your lane and knock you all over, but once you put them in their place, they think you the bad guy. No, I'm reacting because you came over here in my lane. See, we gotta understand that, it's like here, it's no bigger eyes or bigger, we all here as a family and together, but we all have, a role. Yeah, a role to play. So we just, and also like Bobby said, in our life, because like E.T. said, I was out there, and my thing was, my urge was the strip club, and that broke me, that pulled me out of my house, almost got me my rent behind my rent. I was married and everything, and
the champagne room, man.
So now, now that I got older, it's the same. When I was a child, I thought I was a child. I played as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. So that's how I'm living. 13. That's how Ronald living, and I can't speak for nobody else. So thank you for letting me share. Thank you.
We're gonna go to the third question because that second one's too much juice.
This one right here, though, is juice.
Yeah, ooh, a lot of juice. I hope we get a lot of substance too. So, for our third and final question of the podcast, if everyone knew your private thoughts, would they still be standing by you?
Who will be standing? Who will be standing by you?
Ooh.
If you ain't, bye-bye.
What would be standing by me would be the right ones. The ones God placed in my life is going to be the ones that would stand by me, that know my inner thoughts and everything else. That's who's going to still be
the right
around
ones.
me. The right ones, the light ones, and the ones God sent.
Amen.
Anybody else?
Yeah, the ones that really care. The ones that aren't judgmental. The ones that really matter in my life. Because, if somebody knew my private thoughts, the ones that judge would be the ones that, that wouldn't be there. I mean, in my opinion. Because, to me, it's those that judge that don't matter and those that matter don't judge.
Come on now.
People that know your private thoughts, that should be the people that's closest to you, and those that know your private thoughts, they should also know your heart. So, sometimes your mind can do some things, certain things, and but your heart is pure. And so a person should know, like he said, if you don't mind, it don't matter. So if a person is looking at your heart, sometimes, your mind can go astray, but they know your heart.
Yes.
So those are the people that I want by my side, the ones that truly know my heart.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Thoughts can be a lot, especially if no one knows him. But this is about people knowing. But a lot of times, who's gonna know somebody's private thoughts? If we really keeping it real, nobody's really gonna know anyone's private thoughts. But this morning I was going through some private thoughts. While I was in the shower, I was engulfed with anger. And I couldn't really put my brain cells on it. I was mad, but I didn't know why I was mad. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is probably veering away from the question, because I'm coming at it from the other side. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows my private thoughts. So, my thing is, am I gonna be on my side with my private thoughts?
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the angle that's hitting me. Because at the end of the day, I gotta be on my side. You know what I mean? So,
like
that's the point I wanted to make. That I gotta stay on my side regardless of
who's gonna know, because it don't matter.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I said what I really needed to say.
Nah, that
I would think.
For the audience and everyone out there, clap that up, because it takes a lot to just really say, even for that question, who's gonna be on my side if they knew my deepest thoughts, my intrusive thoughts. It shouldn't matter. It should not matter who's gonna be on my side, other than knowing that I'm on my side. My higher faith and belief is on my side. Everyone else don't gotta be on my side. Cause as long as I got my G-O-D, 10,000 will fall on you, 1,000 at my man.
That's right. I got my G-O-D and my B-E-T.
N-E-B-T.
All right, y'all.
But for everyone out there, please.
And do you care about your self-care?
Yeah!